Here is my cast iron, a large stainless steel guy. This is my cat, and this is my other cat. My name's Erica Adler, and I'm a personal chef, otherwise known as a professional meal prepper. You might have seen me meal prepping in other people's homes, but today we're in my kitchen. Welcome. So let's talk about kitchen staples first. The first thing you're gonna wanna have is a good 8-inch chef's knife. I take care of it by honing it. You wanna have a good sharp knife that's gonna set you up. Along with your knife, you're gonna wanna have a good cutting board. Favor wood or plastic. I also avoid putting mine in the dishwasher just to keep them from warping. Really recommend having at least 2 pots and pans, 2 of each. Here is my cast iron. I believe it is 12 inches. Here's another small pot that I use regularly. If a Dutch oven is not in your budget, any large stainless steel pot, which is a lot less expensive, can get the job done. 1 to 2 baking sheets. I like to have 2 because my oven rack fits 2. It's great to be able to have 2 things in there at once. I highly recommend that you get one with sides. Don't get a cookie sheet because things slip off of those. The next item, 1 to 2 large mixing bowls. So I have mine nested here. Meal prep is all about multitasking, and you may have, for example, some quinoa cooling off, getting ready to be mixed in a grain salad, and set it aside in one bowl, and then in another bowl you have something else going, like meatballs being mixed. Next, the actual stirring tools you're gonna use. A rubber spatula will help you not waste food. If it's silicone, it can be used in hot things, which is great. The next item is gonna be a wooden spoon for kind of scraping, deglazing the pan. And the last item is a spatula. This is for flipping things. Bonus points if you want to have some tongs in your arsenal. But if you don't, that's okay. You can always use a fork. These little glass storage containers. For me, glass works because I do work from home a good amount and I'm not carrying heavy glass very far typically, but plastic could work. I always favor something that's BPA free. Here's what you're gonna need. A good chef's knife, your cutting board, at least 2 large bowls, 2 pans, 1 stainless steel. Cast iron is a nice to have, medium and large. 2 pots, got a small one here and a very large one here. Wooden spoon, a spatula, a rubber spatula, and tongs are nice to have. And then finally, when you're ready to store everything, some Tupperware. So here's my large glass Tupperware and my smaller glass Tupperware. With meal prep, it's all about time management and maximizing the amount of things you can do at once. And these tools will make it so that you can do that. I want to talk you through some of my pantry staples. I have a salt grinder back there, but when I'm cooking, I really favor having salt in a container that you can easily grab from, so that it's not a big to-do to be grinding salt. You also have a lot more control if you're pulling it out of a cellar like this. A little bowl works just fine as well. For black pepper, that's a different story. You are gonna wanna keep it in a grinder. Pre-ground pepper loses its flavor almost immediately, so when you freshly grind it, you have much more flavor infused into your dishes. My next tip is to lean on the canned food aisle. Canned beans are really convenient and you can infuse flavor into them if you need to. If you eat meat and fish, canned fish is a great thing to have on hand as well. You can make tuna salads, salmon salads, you can even make burgers out of canned fish. The next tool in your arsenal is going to be frozen food. Actually, a lot of frozen foods, they're frozen very soon after they are harvested, so they retain a good amount of the nutrients. Right now for produce, what I have are organic peas, some green beans, and blueberries. I like to have 2 or 3 vegetable and fruit options at all times. I want to talk to you about spices. Really all you need are a few favorites. I really like to have garlic powder, chili powder, cinnamon for sweeter dishes. If you want a kick of spice, I think red chili flakes get you kind of like the most bang for your buck. Buy them in the smallest container you can find and replace them pretty frequently. They're not as perishable, but they do lose flavor over time. Grains. They're dried, they keep forever. They can make for a pretty fast, cheap meal prep, especially if you pair them with beans, which you also have on hand. I always keep rice and quinoa. Condiments. They are, along with spices, going to be your flavor powerhouses, the things that you bring into dishes that can really change flavor profiles week over week and add variety, which is something that's very important when it comes to meal prep. It's also going to be something that you can lean on to add a great mouthfeel or moisture to a dish. Hot sauce, soy sauce or tamari, standard mild salsa because I'm a wimp. I have 4 miso pastes in my fridge right now. I like to make vegan cheese with it. I like to use it in classically miso soup. I also mix it into any type of like ground beef or ground mushroom style dish that needs like an extra hit of salt and sweet and umami. This brings all of those flavors. I just like to have mayo on hand because it brings that level of moisture and a little bit of fat content to dishes. Mustard, very important, especially for meal prep items that are calling for salad dressings because this will be your emulsifier to help mix your oil and vinegar together. Good oil and good vinegar. I like to use olive oil for most things. If you can eat it off of a spoon and it tastes good to you, then that's a sign that it's a good oil. Vinegar. I lean on balsamic vinegar quite a bit. If you find one vinegar that you really like, you're gonna be set. An oil, a vinegar, and then mix that together with an emulsifier like mustard or tahini, and you're gonna have a fabulous salad dressing that you can store on the side or use it to liven up a dish that maybe needs a little bit of flavor after a couple days stored in the fridge. Basically, what you're going to need is good olive oil, good vinegar, condiments, salt, pepper, canned goods, spices, and grains. And don't forget the freezer stuff. So these are the things that I keep stocked in my kitchen to help me with meal prep. And I think that they're basic enough that if you're able to stock them yourself, they're gonna help you get started on your own. I hope this is helpful for your meal prep journey. You can follow along with me on social media, especially Instagram at fresh.erica, and my website is fresherica.com. And I would love to hear what you keep in your pantry and your kitchen in the comments below.